Hello and welcome back. My name is Fish and we're playing Panzer Corps. All right, we're encircling Moscow. I think I have this turn and two other turns to win it. Decisive with the decisive victory. We're playing on max difficulty and we're on the grand campaign. I have all decisive victories up until this point, so that's why we're sitting on 9,000 prestige. All right, so let's get across here. The question is, can I do air attacks? And not yet. I'm not going to be able to get my air in here unless I really want to get shellacked. It would be nice to suppress this artillery first. I don't know if this guy is going to be able to make an impact, but next turn he's going to be able to take this city. That'll be helpful. If I can get this guy out of here, we can bring in our Air Force and really do some damage. In a safe position. I think they might have added that anti-tank there. Gonna have to resupply. This guy's gonna be useless inside of this city here. Tula. Tula was a major manufacturing city for Russia during World War II. Arms manufacturing area. Alright, let's bring in the Air Force. What is they must have been sitting here all game. What is their entrenchment? 7? Sweet baby Jesus, I don't even know if I want to attack them. That's awful. Anything else in this area? That's the question. I don't want any of these little guys hanging out in the middle of nowhere taking my VPs away from me. That doesn't sound good. Okay, you're gonna loop around. I mean, what are we gonna do? Whoa! What was that? Holy mackerel. That was a 9 against a 7 entrenchment. That was like the best thing I've ever seen happen in the game. You're gonna resupply. They don't need help down there, I guarantee you. So he's gonna come around. Tank will attempt to do the same. Let's get some attacks on target here. See what I have available. Nice. This guy could attack if this guy, this unit right here retreats this direction. So I'm going to keep him open. Oh, was he out? That doesn't quite make sense to me. I don't understand that. It's okay. So he has an entrenchment of 3, so don't trust, like, even though it says O2, don't trust that that tank can do anything to that guy. We need this guy to get suppressed, and we need this AA gun to get suppressed as well. One, two, three, four, 5. So this guy could get over there if he just moves out of the way. I think, right? Yeah. Well, that's not where you want to put your infantry, in the middle of a river. The 4th Wehrmacht. I don't think that's a core unit. If I move him up here and this guy retreats, he's going to have to come here, and I think this artillery still has an attack. I don't know why it doesn't say it. Maybe it's out of ammo. Let's see here. Oh, there's plenty of ammo. It hasn't attacked yet, did it? maybe it's just because at this moment it doesn't have an attack. I bet you that's what it is. Huh. Well, these planes are going to do better. Nice. Maybe I can get my Stu going here. This is where it's like it's critical that you get air superiority. It's absolutely critical. He could still do something, especially if I get one of these air bases over here. So I'm going to keep him open. Wow, 5? Okay. It's absolutely critical that, you keep your Air Force, stocked with fighters, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's 3 Stukas. Correct. Perfect. I can take this airbase this turn, denying the enemy prestige, and attack that. Okay, I'll do it. You don't have to ask me twice. And then he's going to get an attack on rugged defense artillery. So now this guy is threatened. I probably should have come in with this first. Another thing that's going through my mind, he has 5 ammo left. Wow. Good for him. This is ill-advised. What are you going to do? That's awesome. So now they can't reinforce behind this tile, right? Well, they can't reinforce anything. I think they can reinforce there, though, so that might have been a mistake on my part. But we're well on our way here to win this game. I think I finally got, the right combo down. There we go. I knew it. I knew it was going to be useful. All right. Yeah, I think we finally got the right combination in the unit mixture together to really just dominate this game. We still have 0 core slots to purchase. No units to replace. There's no units anywhere on this map. I have all the VPs. Oh, don't die. Just back out. Just back away. That was actually helpful because now they're on the right side of the river. I don't think I've ever been up to 9,800 prestige at this point of the game, to be honest with you. So I'm feeling pretty good now. Oh, he went out of AA gun mode. Gift. And they reinforced over here. Can I see this? I guess I can. Oh, that was ugly. That was nasty dirty. Why? I guess to refuel, he has to be directly on the airbase. Because this guy is threatening that tile. That's what I'm going to go with. And it's good to keep these, so if they like reinforce here, I guess they can't reinforce there unless they can on this airbase, but it's good to keep these, the Air Force in these like random tiles in case they reinforce right underneath there, and then you can attack them and then attack them again with another unit. That's ugly, dude. I probably shouldn't have used prestige to reinforce these paratroopers since I'm doing so well. almost up to 1,000. I'm not using my Air Force because I'm hoping that they can go back up north and help out, but oh yeah, they can. That guy's not going to make it that day. Let's see if this guy can come around. Yes. There's probably more guys on this over there. See if you can spot any other divisions over here. Move him back up in the area. This guy's refueled, but he can't go too far. This artillery is just going to be devastating. Didn't soften up this area right there because I'm pretty sure we didn't need it. So that's why I concentrated my artillery on the other tiles. This guy, it's going to be interesting to see if this guy survives. That little bit up over 1,000. Oh, this is a good attack. Actually, we have enough to win it, but we'd probably get more prestige if we just extended the game out. Just want to make sure this guy's safe. I'm just going to move him out of the way. So another little exploit here. We'll try extending the game to attempt to get more prestige. If they want to attack that half track, they can do that. I'll keep that. I'm like 90% sure. Oh, these guys can attack. I'm 90% sure that I still have a turn to go here. So why don't we'll save the game here. And if it works, it works. That was expected. Ouch. And I don't even know if I'm going to use... it would have been fine if he would have died because I don't even know if I'm going to use the recon anymore in the game. What happens is the tanks get too big and too nasty to where basically your recon just gets one-shotted by the tanks. So it's not even like they're useful. Paratroopers are more useful for going long distances because they hold up a little better because they can entrench and stuff like that. You can put them in towns and then the tanks can't get to them as well. We'll see if I was right here. I believe that's all the units in the games, but I don't know. Maybe this guy can find more units. Anyone hanging out? No? Make sure that none of my Air Force dies for lack of fuel. Alright, and that's it. That should be a decisive victory. Here we go. Moscow firmly under our control. Stalin languishes in chains. The Soviet beast is on its knees, Herr General. Whatever meager resistance remains in the Russian people, we expect to easily crush after this dreadful winter has passed. Coupled with your triumph over the British last year, you have vanquished all of our European adversaries. Now only one obstacle remains. The United States stands defiant across the Atlantic. Although we currently lack the naval assets to challenge this enemy, rest assured that the men and resources of a German Europe will soon rise up to meet this final threat. In the meantime, enjoy a deserved rest. You and your men have certainly earned it.
Congratulations on your promotion, Herr Field Marshal. Finally, we answer to no one on the battlefield. But put down that champagne and prepare yourself. Our long voyage across the Atlantic is nearly at an end. With the fully unified Europe secure, High Command has ordered an invasion against our last enemy, the United States of America. Preparations were carried out in extreme secrecy, so you should expect minimal initial resistance to your landing. The American Atlantic Fleet is currently out of position, but Kriegsmarine Force Y under Großadmiral Dönitz has been placed at your disposal to protect the invasion force from their eventual intervention. Our top political analysts believe that a strike against the U.S. Capitol will quickly break the American will to resist. To ensure this, you are required to secure all of your objectives, including Washington, D.C. All of Germany anticipates your victory and a swift final end to this war. Do not fail us now, Herr Field Marshal.
Alright, so here it is. Several years later, you get all these juicy new units with all the big old tanks. Their 75 millimeter guns on them. Tiger 2s. Upgraded recon, but like I said, they don't really hold up, so I don't really use them. 88 pack. It's a huge anti-tank gun. Marauder 2D, that's cool looking. Elephant, Jad Panzer. Yeah, Tiger. Now, Gepard. That's interesting. That looks like an anti-aircraft gun. Ostwind. Mobile Wagon. Wirbelwind. Very cool. And of course, the coolest thing is the jet attack bombers and fighters. Let's see where it is. Right there. So awesome. We're going to be going up against P-51s or something like that. You're going to need these bad boys right here. So let's go over some of the units that we have here when we're attacking the U.S. East Coast. So here's the map. You're going into Indianapolis. There's Fort Knox, Chattanooga. Down here, Putney. I don't even know where Putney is. It must be in Georgia someplace. Birmingham, Alabama, and Brunswick, Charleston, North Carolina. So you're basically heading into D.C. here. This is D.C., Delaware, and up here is New York. So it's a fairly big map, but a lot of it's ocean right here. Best thing that I've seen to do, sacrifice your Navy and just get some heavy tanks, get those Panthers going, and take over the map. You got to upgrade your fighters. Best air attack here is, I think, this GO229A, air attack of 30. And then, of course, you got the ME262A, Air attack of 28. Air defense does matter a little bit, but it's only one. You're going to be better off with the Geo, but it is 1,000 apiece, so that's pretty hefty. All these other ones are really just trash. There's no way that they can hold up to the American fighters. If you're using 88s, this is why I don't buy 88s. This is the only reason why, is because they get they can't handle the tanks at this point. If you get if you upgrade them to flak 12.8 centimeter, as you can see, this they can't level off to be used as anti-tank direct fire weapons. See if you upgrade them. So that's why I don't get 88s. I just use the 88s that are given to me in the French campaigns. Pretty interesting artillery. I get that one Nebelwerfer in the last campaign, the last scenario, because look at this. Soft attack, 30. Now, it's only a range of 2. I only support one of these in my army. And that's because of that range of 2. Um, Not a lot of utility there. I'm running these these artillery 10.5 centimeters. I'm running a lot of those. I think I might upgrade them, but as you can see, as you upgrade them to bigger guns, they get less ammo. So that's why, like, it is flashy. Like, ooh, look at this huge railgun that I can't use because I can't put it on a transport, a naval transport. It only has 3 ammo here. The Hummel's nice, but it only has 5. It is mobile, but you put these guys in a situation where you have this transport, this half track, and it's unstoppable. So I think I'm going to upgrade all my artillery to the 15 centimeter and then give them this transport. This Skoda 7 is not as good of a transport. Half track movement is 6. So, and then like the Hummel only moves tracked movement at 5. So we go with the 15 centimeter. We upgrade him to here. Infantry. The motorcycle infantry, unfortunately, is not going to be useful any longer. It's not going to be able to hold up. So you just upgrade your infantry as you normally would. The tanks are going to be pricey. You're going to have to pay for all new Panther Ds? Is it? I think that the G variant is probably the best. Yeah, the D does not have much fuel. And this goes a track movement of 6 and they hold up very well against tanks. And you're saying, well, why not get the mouse? It only goes 3. It doesn't have a lot of fuel. It doesn't have a lot of ammo. The next scenario, I upgrade some of my tanks to the Tiger 2 and the mouse. Tiger 1, I don't really use as much. It does have a lot of ground defense, but the gun doesn't have a lot of pop. But as you can see, the mouse and the Tiger 2, that has all the pop. Now you might say, like, well, why don't you use anti-tank? Well, the initiative on a mouse is, on a Moss rather, is 16. It's kind of like your luck roll. Whereas on the anti-tank, it's only 13. And I think the ground defense is 28 on this Yad Tiger. Ground defense is 29 here. So the stats are marginally better, and it's better against soft attack. So that's the reason why I don't go anti-tank at all. I'm not going to be going anti-tank. I don't think I have any anti-tank in my army right now. The real question is whether to upgrade the Stugs to the Stu 42. I don't know where. I'm going to have to upgrade the Stugs to something. Maybe the Broom Bar. I'll decide in between videos. But that's your basic tactic here. See how much. So I got 22,000 prestige, and you're like, oh, this is going to be easy. No, it's not. Oh, no. You're going to need every bit of prestige possible. I mean, if you went strategic bombers, the reason why you don't get strategic bombers is you're going to be paying for these guys out of pocket. None of these upgrade to a jet strategic bomber here with a naval attack of 15. Real nice to have, but all you need to do with your Navy is hold off the Americans until you can get your ground forces on land, and then basically you don't have to worry about it. These strategic bombers are not really good. Even though these stats are huge, they don't do a lot of damage to entrenched forces in cities, and then you'll come up against AA guns. So they're not as good as you'd think. But that does bring up to my next point will be you do want to upgrade the Stugs to the G here, I believe is what it is, with the 13 heart attack. That'll be good against the tanks. And basically, I think it has a 50 millimeter cannon down here. It has a different sound animation too. It's pretty cool. But that's pretty good against hard targets, and that's what you need it for. You don't need your Stugs anymore to go up against soft targets. You need them to go and soften up those tanks so that your tanks will have a chance against them. The American tanks are quite good. So in between videos, I'm going to I'll set up the attack, and basically we'll go from there. But that's the basic strategy with USA East Coast. It is going to be incredibly difficult. Every single thing here needs to be upgraded, and by the time we get to USA Midwest, the Americans have excellent, excellent tanks. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.